this is Mark here from Mark's Reviews and Tutorials, which also happens to be Mark from Nillumbik Pool and Spa Service. And today I want to talk to you sodium bicarbonate and why is it needed in swimming pools, or pH buffer, as you can see on the bag here, pH buffer. Now, water by nature is very corrosive. In a swimming pool, the surface, particularly if you've got what's called a reactive surface, that's like a marble sheen, it's very reactive surface. So you have to balance the water. Water, if you like, is hungry, just water straight out of the tap. And you need to put some things in it so that it's not trying to draw everything. Sore eyes in a swimming pool can come from the water not being balanced, that you're swimming and the water is hungry for chemicals, so it draws things out. So it draws stuff out of your eyes, makes them sore, draws stuff out of the wall of the pool, or even a tiled pool, draws stuff out of the grout because it's hungry. So you put some product in, the water's not hungry, it's not drawing things. Now, water balance is not just there to suck the money out of your pocket thing. It's absolutely necessary. Water's nicer to swim in, chlorines work better, etc., etc. So the basics, pH scale, the percentage hydrogen, is again about making your chlorine work effectively and also not making your eyes sore. Keeping, for most swimming pools, around that 7.5, 7.6 level. Fiberglass pools, you run a little bit lower because they like it down there. And total alkalinity, this is pH buffer, so it buffers the pH, stops it from bouncing and being unpredictable and going all over the place. This product has a pH of, I believe, 8.2. So whenever you add buffer, it raises the pH up, and you can then use a bit of hydrochloric acid, muriatic acid, I believe that's called in the States, and that'll bring your pH back down. You'll get your pool back in balance. So this one, you're adding to make the water not hungry, and you're adding to stabilize out the pH so it's more predictable. So this is not something you have to add on a regular basis. You just put your dose in at the start. And how much do you use? Well, it depends on how much you splash out. You've got a lot of young kids, teenagers in your pool, and there's a lot of water being splashed out, a lot of use of the pool. You're going to go through the product. You know, if you've got the retired couple who just sits on their lounges outside the pool and never gets in, then you don't go through anywhere near as much. It's very important, pH buffer, to look after your swimming pool. Now, I'm going to put up some photos now of a heater that I just replaced. A guy rang me up to come and have a look at his heater, and as you can see here, the insides of it absolutely rusted out, like unbelievable. He said to me, jokingly, but you know, totally serious, I haven't balanced my water for 3 or 4 years. No, I went in there and they wanted to charge me $90 and oh, blah, 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 blah. And I ended up having to sell him a new heater for $2,500. So his $90 would have been super cheap investment. Metal things like heaters, and you know, pump seals, pump shafts, all sorts. If the water's hungry and corrosive, it actually corrodes those parts. It doesn't hurt the plastic so much, but it does hurt the metal parts. And that cost him his gas heater. So even in a spa or a swimming pool, even with electric heater, same thing. The metallic parts, you need to balance the water, get the pH buffer into it to raise the total alkalinity, so that it's not hungry and not corroding those things. So there you go, quick wrap up. Alkalinity, yes, it's needed. Stops the water being hungry, stops the corrosion, stabilizes the pH. And look, it is just sodium bicarbonate. If you really want to, you can pop down the shop and buy it from your supermarket. That's the same thing. You can't use your pool stuff in food, it's not food grade, but you can put the food grade stuff in your swimming pool. Sodium bicarbonate, absolutely. I personally don't like using soda ash, which is sodium carbonate. It's too severe and it just rips the pH up too high and down. What I think is the best is to get the total alkalinity stable, and actually talk to a water testing professional, but the alkalinity and the exact level you want for your pool is a balance between the alkalinity and the calcium hardness. You want the two to add up to about 300 parts per million. So if you've got high calcium, like 200 parts per million, then you can run this at 100. If you've got low calcium that's down quite low, then you can raise your total alkalinity up and run it at about, you know, say 150 to 160 parts per million in most swimming pools is where you want it. Now, I'll put a link up here to another video of why I hate calcium chloride. It should never ever be added to saltwater chlorinated pools. Anyway, have a look at that video and I'll explain it to you there.